We intend to treat it basically like we would any application, except Mr. Rosenthal has a lengthy history of organized criminal and gambling, illegal gambling activities going back some 20 years. The state of Florida has an obligation, obviously, to keep undesirables out of the sensitive area of racing, and Mr. Rosenthal, in fact, was ruled off the tracks in 1961 in the state of Florida.
Schwartz is charged with second-degree murder in the shooting death of Craig Teriaca after the two got into an argument at a Miami Beach restaurant last month. Today, as Schwartz's preliminary hearing was to get underway, prosecutor George Yass, who is standing closest to the camera, asked for a one-day postponement. Yass said he needs the extra time so the case can be presented to the Dade grand jury. Sources say that the state is going to the grand jury to try to show that the shooting was premeditated, which would make it first-degree murder instead of second-degree. But defense attorney Michael Mason argued that the preliminary hearing was scheduled for days and that there's no reason to delay it. Magistrate Alfred Nesbitt then ruled.
I'll continue the case till tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Meanwhile, Schwartz remains in jail until a bond hearing, which is tentatively set for tomorrow. Bob Kaplitz, Channel 4 News, Dade County Court. The grand jury members walked into open court after hearing from several witnesses behind closed doors. Sources say those witnesses include a bartender and several undercover policemen who allegedly saw Schwartz fire 2 shots into the chest of Craig Teriaca in a Miami Beach restaurant last month. This, incidentally, is the first time the Dade grand jury has been photographed in open court. The grand jury foreman handed the first-degree murder indictment to Judge Francis Christie, who reviewed it, then made it official. Schwartz appeared before a Dade magistrate earlier today for a preliminary hearing on charges of second-degree murder, but those charges are being thrown out in light of the grand jury's first-degree indictment. First-degree or premeditated murder carries a maximum sentence of death, compared to second-degree murder, which carries only a life sentence. State Attorney Richard Gerstein was asked what new evidence convinced the grand jury that the shooting was premeditated.
I think rather obviously the grand jury heard evidence that convinced them that there was probable cause for first-degree murder, and I'm not going to comment on what that evidence was because I think that ought to be done in the courtroom and not through the media. But the grand jury found probable cause and they determined the degree of the charge. They had the option to indict for first-degree murder or second-degree murder or manslaughter or return of no true bill, and they found probable cause to indict for first-degree murder, and that's what we'll go to trial on.
Tonight, Schwartz remains in jail pending a bond hearing tomorrow. At that time, several of the witnesses are expected to testify. Bob Kaplitz, Channel 4 News.